Live look at New York City. You see the twin beams of light glowing over Manhattan in the spot where the Twin Towers once stood. Here's a live look at the Cortola overpass along Highway 24 in Lafayette. Volunteers came out to decorate the bridge with American flags, honoring the victims of the 9/11 attacks. Those attacks did happen 18 years ago today. But as KPIX5's John Ramos reports, some things are beginning to change and some are questioning, are we starting to forget?
On this day, since that very day, people driving under this overpass have been greeted by flags. The display is put here each year by a dedicated group of volunteers who vow, as many have, that they will never forget what happened that day.
I don't know. I think we have to reinforce people's memories. I think people have a tendency to forget over time.
The original display lasted every day for weeks and then became a monthly affair featuring artifacts and a flyover. But eventually it settled into an annual observance. And now, in places like Union City, even that has gone away. The city announced that it was abandoning the yearly ceremony at its Flight 93 memorial, instead holding it every 5 years.
Like, we don't have the money for it? I highly doubt we don't.
It used to be a solemn ceremony with a color guard, speeches, and the placing of roses on each victim's stone. Today, the roses were there, but the park was empty, except for Brandon Edwards and his young son. The whole thing has him wondering.
Are we forgetting, or what's the purpose of doing that? We should have one for the respect of the people and for 9/11 and everybody else every single year and remember them.
Back at Lafayette, they haven't forgotten, but the volunteers have thinned out and the flag display has been simplified. But the event's founder says he's not really surprised.
It's just normal. In fact, someone drove by and said, "What are the flags? Are they for what now?" 9/11. Oh yeah. So some people, they definitely have forgotten.
Organizers say it's okay that people aren't still grieving about 9/11. After all, an entire generation has been born that never experienced it. But they say it's important that we don't forget the lesson of 9/11, which is to never let our guard down again. In Lafayette, John Ramos, KPIX5.
Firefighters in New Zealand performed a traditional haka to honor first responders who lost their lives during the 9/11 terrorist attacks. You can see the American flag hanging in the background. This video right now going viral on social media.